Oh, it's all you, buddy. It's silly. Mm. Yep. Okay. Good morning, Jed. How are you, Jed? I'm flashing it up right there. You get up, Jed. Let's go. Need some air in this room. Live chat, particularly. I'm good. I made the Mississippi meatballs. Mississippi meatballs. What? What? Mississippi meatballs last, and no bake cloud of coconut cheesecake. What? Stupid things. Not cooperating. What are you doing over here, sir? Are you licking the bed again? You little bed licker. What's wrong with you? Plus, I finally started another fan art drawing tonight. Nice. Good job. You can run, but you can't hide, Jackie. Yeah, that's enough, right? That's enough for cat. Great. Oh, and she make it stop, Jack. Let's go to our old playlist. All right. Wow. That's a terrible freaking road. It's of Sydney Shea, the singer and songwriter on YouTube. Yeah, don't know her. Well, good for you. Suits you, sir. We haven't had to talk about this in a very long time. You got company. You can't do that right. You did a good brushing. You are a mess. What is all over you? Okay, you turn it down a little bit, right? Perfect. Lisa, soon. Good morning, my friend. Hello. Thank you for coming by, Lisa soon. You got itches? You got itches right here. Uh-huh. Right here. Did I get it for you? She's a very good singer, Jen. I'm sure she is. Just don't know her by name, that's all. I don't know anybody by name. I don't know anybody or anything. I know Los Angeles. He's a blind man. Well, male and female duet. That's very, really missed. Sorry. No, television. Members get it. Members get it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Down. How do you work? Says he whatever. Love is love. That's what tickles. Your tanning class. It's Jack. What are you doing with all that stuff, Dad? I don't understand the canning pot kit. Are you going to can stuff? Are your light board? Don't know what those things are. It's a cinch. Baby, I'm sorry. That's your chaos. Well, if we get this light out of the way, because my friend Ray made fun of it and said, she said this dresser looks like it's about to take off, but it's not as bad today. Stupid LED lights just do not show up well. All right, Jackie. Hi, Rosie. Hi, Isabella Sutton. Ouch. How are you, Miss Rosie? Good morning. Put it in your water. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. Oh. All right. You're okay? We are good. We're a little wheezy this morning. I was telling Yogi my asthma's been a little bit bad lately, and I should make a doctor's appointment. And whoa, wouldn't you know, I got an email saying I have a doctor's appointment next week. Perfect timing. This the allergies kind of taking over, getting a little bit. Can I help you? Please? Yeah. Oh. Mm-hmm. You're a sweet boy. You're such a sweet boy. Jack, I love you. Well, your ears are good anyway. Are you hiding? Jack's getting out. He is starting to get a little skinny. We're ready to be done with those pills. Hi, Daniel Barry, Sports Highlights. How are you, friend? Jed has work at 11 a.m. You might have to get sleep soon. I have work tomorrow. I was going to get up and go to the pharmacy this morning, but they're not even open till 9, so I'm going back to sleep after this, if I can. Would you work at 11 to 5, Jen? I don't know why I got up. Why did you even get up? Oh, 11 to 5. That's not terrible. You haven't gone to sleep yet? I don't know how you stay up so late. Crazy Jack has been super, super sweet. I guess. What else would we expect from Jack, right? Have you been to sleep, Rosie? You have. No. You have. You haven't. Your sleep schedule is very bad right now. No, I said, yeah, about what you said about Jack. Oh, good morning, Carl Shell. How are you, Carl? How are you, Carl? It's so good to see you, my friend. Just like before, here we go. They keep waking you up for your dad. You don't sleep like literally. And this week you have meetings after meetings. What are the meetings for? Uh, I'm very tired mentally, physically, and emotionally, all of the above. It makes everything kind of rough. First, very sweet, Rosie. Meetings for school. Hey, Lee, good morning. How are you, Lee? Lee from Magnetic North Adventure says good morning. Ted says, okay, well, I care about you, Rosie. We know you do. Lee says, I'm awake, so that's a bonus. It is as long as it's a time to be awake. I'm glad to see you, Lee. What's on the plans for today? What's on your list of things to do today, Lee? Do you have any live streams, premieres? What's going on? By the way, Carl is going live this afternoon too. I want everybody to remember, right, Carl? If you could look again. Hi, Brendan. Oh, Brendan, if you swing, it's okay. Did you just wait for your song? Lisa is 8:21 a.m., so that's good. Earlier wake ups is good. Rosie is craving waffles at this point. Every time I see you, Jed, I'm going to remember the waffle scene. Rosie says, Brendan, when you say yo, you remind me of my homie when he said you're. Lee says he has no plans today. We have rain, so happy. Oh, it's been needed for a long time here. Finally, the heat wave is broke, so no more 90-degree plus. Oh, good. Brendan said, I just got back from the pictures. Insidious out of the further. I have not heard of it. Brendan says a lot of people say yo in Australia. Rosie said, I would ask my mom to make me waffles, but she is getting food from out today. Can you not cook? Are you not allowed to cook? You're starting to. Lee says, love the sign on the wall. Pat. Oh, thank you. It's an old sign from, food advertising that I got out of the dumpster at Walmart. Brandon says it's movie 6 in the series made by the same person that made The Conjuring. Oh, okay. Rosie says, LOL, I'm too busy and I like how my mom makes them. Likely story. That's what I would say too. Mom, you make them the best. I can't make them like you do, Mom. Hi, Sarah Washington. Good morning. Uh, Lee at Magnetic North says hello to everybody. Jen says, I just went to my room. I need sleep. I am doing really good, Lee. Just back to work, trying to keep caught up on bills and yeah, just stuff. Owning a house is a bit of a pain because can't just pay your mortgage and that's it. I mean, there's upkeep and shit falls apart all the dang time. But I am good. I am back to work, so that's number one. Carl says, "What's rain? No rain for you, Carl? I thought you did have rain the other day." Yes, it's a must, but glad you're okay. Thank you. You spent $174 on Amazon? Wow. But Amazon said, thank you very much. Rosie says she's cleaning the whole basement, like deep cleaning before school. Then I'll go to the second floor and then help my mom clean the first floor and then I'll quit. I'm tired. And Rosie says, wow, $174 for what? He told us for what? Told him I didn't understand what some of it was. One of the things was a scale, and two things in particular I asked about because I didn't know what they were. He said, yes, for the stuff I listed off earlier. Lee says, I'm a bit worried at the moment for Johnny. What's going on, Lee? Happy Thursday, Sarah. Sarah, do you know my good friend Lee at Magnetic North Adventures? Hi, Dave. Jack says, thank you. Rosie says, huh, I wasn't here, or was I? You may not have been. Dave says dogs are too pure for this world. There's the thing in the Bible where it says God says, I will send you a helper. Some people think it's the Holy Spirit. I think it's your dog. Carl says, thanks, Chloe. Thanks, Chloe. Rosie says, hi, Sarah, Dave, and Magnetic. Your mom threw your bike out? Really? Wow. Was it beyond repair? Oh, I don't know anything. I have 3 bikes in my shed down there that need to be I don't know, they need to be given to somebody who could use them. Disc brakes. Dang. He says, dogs never judge us, always. I don't know. You've not met Jack. You've not met Jack's side eye yet. They never judge us. They're always there when we need them. We could have a bad day and they cheer us up, whether we like it or not. I agree. Jen says the disc brakes were $10. And Lee says, hello, Dave. Carl says, no dogs here. Dave says, hi, everyone. Jen says, the pads are 10. You're from England? Well, hello, Dave. Our friend Magnetic North Adventures is also across the pond with you. Our friend Carl is in Ireland. Nice to meet you, Dave from England. Rosie says, yeah, the tire is broken and I fell twice because the chain, it broke off on me. I hurt my leg really bad that day. Well, your mom is done with that bite. I get it. I did miss your comment on Johnny. Let me see if I can find it. You're a bit worried for Johnny. I don't see that it came through on my side, Lee. Let me look under activity. Yeah, it's not showing, Lee. I don't know why. Sarah says, Carl. Sarah's always so happy to see Carl. That's really nice. Lee says to Dave, are you near the S25 Sheffield district? He says, no, Birmingham. Dave, Jack is an Irish setter or a red setter. Rosie says she promised to buy a new one for me. I don't know when, though. I should ask. He says, okay, long story short, he's sinus infection. It changed the color of his eyes. Wow. Ooh. Well, we'll say some prayers for him. Sinus infections are no joke. Dave, you are in the right place. I agree. I mean, obviously, if somebody could be crippled to dogs, there's obviously something very, very wrong with them. Wow, he's got an emergency. Wow, that's really serious. Wow, Lee. I've never heard of such a thing. Wow. Definitely prayers for Johnny. This is, yeah, if I was in your state, I have a second bike. I would just give you Rosie. Oh, me too. I would too, Rosie. You'd have to clean them. They're probably covered in like an inch of dust. They says they can hurt spiders and snakes. I don't like them. Oh, I don't agree at all. Have you not seen the beautiful girl on YouTube who raises jumping spiders? Oh my gosh. Wow, Lee. Carl says you're wrong, Cat, and goodbye. Okay, Carl. So I'm wrong about something. I don't know for sure if you're live streaming. You haven't really confirmed. I've been trying to tell people you haven't been helpful. Goodbye, Carl. She says I'm going to have cheesecake and coffee in the morning. Actually, I was just watching the jumping spider lady this morning. She's so fun. She's gorgeous, and her baby spiders are amazing. Let's see. Oh, there's Magnetic North's video I watched this morning, digging in the old dump site. Well, I started. I did not finish it yet. Where are spiders? Mm-hmm. You're going to come in to Tennessee ASAP to see Johnny and family. I think that's a good idea. Jay's going to have cheesecake and coffee in the morning. Sounds lovely. Dave says, I don't mind cats, but the bald ones freak me out. And you just, well, thank you for subbing. Okay. Let me see. A jumping spider. Wait a minute, this one's too long. It's called an inst. She goes through all the different stages of spiders. I'm feeling. 14 million views. This cute little web puppy because I just fell in love with. Here we go. Let's face it, people are afraid of spiders. It's crazy to think that 3 years ago, I had a true fear of spiders, and now I view them as my tiny friends that I am extremely grateful for. It did take me to be courageous and to take some time to get to know them and observe them and make them feel safe so that I could give them so cute, right? How could you think spiders are scary? You're aiming for January, his birthday. Good. Good. Dave says, I turned 37 in 10 days. Wow. Happy birthday in advance. Just in case. All right. Bum, bum, bum. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything from Lee. Yeah. Okay. And what did Rising say? Well, I fixed my bike so many times that my mama was fed up with me falling. Plus, my neighbor, he told me I would fall off because the tire was going to blow from the bump it had. Rosie, those little spiders are so cute. Steve says August is the best month. I don't care what people say because it's your birthday. Why not? I don't care. It can be the best month. I agree. August is the best month until September gets here. Goodbye, Spider Lady. You're my favorite. Rosie says, if I don't sleep tonight, I'll let my mom know why. Because you don't have a bike? Because she didn't make you waffles? Why? Lee says, August is a good month. It's the start of the change in the year. I don't want to hear it. I don't like it at all. Oh, Jack. I am not a fan of winter, correct. And trust me, I have been noticing the past couple weeks the leaves are starting to fall off the trees. What? Already? It's way too early. Dave shares August with his mom. Hers is August too. She planned it that way. Your mom planned it that way, don't you know? Lee says, but spooky season is good fun. Rosie says, Jed, it's not just the tube or the tire. The chain kept breaking down on me. So I'll be on the bike and it would snap out of nowhere. Mind you, I'm standing, not sitting, so I would fall forward. Aw, Dave says she's a gem. That's what she is. Well, every son should say that about his mom. You would hope every son would be able to say that about their mom. About the spider was just adorable. They have the cutest little faces and they have personalities and they get attached just like you do. If I wasn't such a bit of a mess, like household wise, I would love to have spiders, but they would get lost in the closet or the fridge or something like that. I know they would. Lisa, thank you, Kat, for watching videos. It helped. Yes, I heard you say that. So yeah, you're welcome. And most certainly, anytime I think of it or see him, for sure. Rosie said, okay, lost in the fridge, then they really would be chilled, right? Kind of a joke, Lee. I have lost over the past couple of weeks, I have purposely set aside a credit card, but then lost my debit card and then lost my driver's license. And then I found them the day I canceled everything. 2 hours later, I found it all in the freezer. Why? Why did I stick? Have you ever heard of sticking your credit card in a block of ice in the freezer to keep you from spending any money like immediately? Maybe that's what I was thinking. Maybe I was really tired. I don't know. Dave says my mom may be small, but you annoy and she can bite. Oh well, aw. Jed is dizzy, so he's gonna say good night. Good night, Jed. Sweet dreams, friend. What is your question, Rosie? Please says, oh no, that's definitely not gonna freeze credit payment. No, it's not. Rusty Dog the Ghost. Hello, good morning. I'd like to freeze my bank in the eyes. Do I like the big spiders? You should see my backyard or my back of my house, Rosie. Nothing but daddy long legs. Jed was dozing off. That's fine, sweetheart. I know you got to go to work, so go get your sleep. Our friend Lee says, hello, Rusty Dog the Ghost. Why? Why what, Rosie? Oh, who is that? Carl? Carl who? Who was so rudely left me earlier. Came back to say the live stream is going ahead. Lee had said, I wish that would work. Freeze card and all payments stop. It would be nice, right? Rosie's calling for her mama. Dave says, can I tell a joke? What's blue and not heavy? Light blue. That's a great joke. I love the way you asked, can I tell a joke? And then you went right into it. That's a really clever joke too. Good morning, Anastasia. How are you, ma'am? Dance, monkey, dance. Chocolate dog, you got it. Lisa Cat, you should suggest it to the bank and see what they say. Okay, I will. Not. Well, Dave, thank you. That's what the setters are known for. You're trying to say something, but does it keep showing up? There you go. It's showing up. There you go on my TV. Look on my laptop. Let me see. Let me hit the translate button, Rosie. Hi, Anna. Wait a minute. Oh, Anastasia. Rosie is saying hello, Anastasia. You can't shorten her name, just spell her name. It's not that hard. Dave, Jack is 7. Lee says, how is Yogi? I need to catch up. It's been a moment. He's been a little sick. But he's doing a lot of guests now. Not 100% of the time, but he has a lot of guests, which are the days I prefer. Can't you use talk to text, Rosie? Girl, are you having a really tough day, Rosie? Dave says, what did the red sauce say to the tomato? Ketchup. It was okay. Rosie says, yeah, okay. Because you seem like you're having a really rough time, Rosie. Lee says, hoping he will be well ASAP. I'd probably watch in the background. I love chill shows like this. Dance Monkey Dances. It was Sunday afternoon, and there were a few things that I had to do. And I did them and I did them. Is that a song? Don't know it if it is. Dave, I have not visited England. Have you visited the US? Sunday Afternoon by John Joe. Nope, don't still don't know it. Um, Yesterday, Lee, quite unlike Yogi's normal guest, he had somebody that I requested, and she told him he has a jaw alignment issue, and it's been giving him a lot of pain and anxiety and just a lot of issues. And she told him in a previous life he had been beheaded, and he's still carrying some of that in this lifetime. It was the craziest thing ever. Least I've had invites Ohio, Montana, and over Indiana. Ain't nothing in Indiana. Dave says, no, I want to, but I'd get booted out. I'd correct the way they speak. Soccer, not football. Trousers, not pants. Crisp, not potato chips. you know, that's why we escaped from you. You were just too overbearing to tell us what to do. I know, right? And he doesn't usually, that's not really his thing, but it was great. Oh my gosh. She was my favorite. Dave says, I've always wanted to visit Vegas. Have you? Hmm. I hear it's a good place to catch a show. Brendan says, would you like to hear a joke as long as it's semi clean ish? Yes. It's the most dirtiest joke I know. Now I know you're joking with me. A boy fell into some mud. That is dirty, dirty, dirty. Shocked. So shocked. But why did he fall in the mud? I had four brothers. We played in the mud on purpose. Dave says, what did one phone box say to another? You're too young to be engaged. Phone box. Mm, I don't know if I got that one, Dave. Lee says, no, you escaped from the world as USA, French, Spanish, British, Portugal, and UK decided best to leave New World. I'm proud to celebrate 250 years as a nation of freedom. Did you like that joke, Rosie? I didn't quite get it. A, mm, 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 did, did. Mm, mm. Dave says, what did one chimney say to the other? You're too young to smoke. Rosie did like it because she's smarter than me. Her brain is more engaged earlier than mine is. Do you have a tail? Are you hiding your tail? Why? Why are you hiding your tail? Sarah didn't get it either. I guess you have to be really young. Lisa, tell Yogi different is good. It's great to be taken out of the comfort zone and access other things we didn't know. I agree with you, Lee. And Lee said, hey, Jen. Oh, Rosie. Jackie, I think you are starting to lose some weight, Bubba. This doesn't look bad. He says, why didn't the skeleton go to the fair? He had nobody to go with. Nobody. Got it. Puffy said a banana went to the doctor's, wasn't peeling well. Rosie says, where are you getting these jokes? They're just being handed to me. Brenda says, why did the rat cross the road? Because it was stuck to the chicken. Why was it stuck to the chicken? Dave says, Jack has the same color. Yes, that was very purposeful. You're making yours up, Dave? Nice. David says, a bunny, my hearts. A bunny, my hearts. Mm-mm, nope. A bunny stole my hearts. Okay. Rosie loves your joke, Brendan. Thought he needed some encouragement. He says, so Kat, is there going to be more dogs? As you did talk about the possibility a while ago, yeah. I still want to. Finances though. Yeah. I ended up staying out of work again, going back out of work another couple months, Lee. So my finances are just still a little behind. And if I was willing to work some overtime, which I'm really not, I could get out of trouble. I could work some overtime the rest of this year and probably get out of most of my financial trouble, but it's just not worth it to me. Dave says, what do you call a man with no body and no nose? Nobody knows. Good. David says the devil got arrested yesterday for possession. Told him to be more careful. Rosie says, this channel has become the joke of all jokes. Oh no. Would it be a Mrs. Jack? It would. I don't know. I was dead set on a female, but I don't think it matters at this point. Whatever's available when I'm available. Havid says you could be a dog sitter. I wanted to be a dog sitter. I think that's an excellent idea, Havid. Because Jack loves other dogs. He's super friendly. Even with little dogs, he's the best. And he would do really good with a friend. That's it, Lee. I agree with you. My health is too important. And, the more I work, the more stressed out I get. And I do always end up getting sick. So it isn't. Yes, Havid. Dave said, if you had a spiritual animal, what would you be? Oh, what would it be? A spiritual animal. A big red monkey, a baboon. Is that a chimpanzee? Which one's red? Sarah says, how are you feeling? Overall, pretty good, Sarah. Thank you. Lisa's dog sitter would be the best job for Cat this stage. I would love that. I am also looking at something else, Lee, um, which I could incorporate my dogs with me. What's the matter, Rosie? Dave says mine would be a snow leopard, as they are my favorite big cat. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out which one I mean, I'd like to say, ooh, some sexy big cat is my spirit animal because, my name is Cat, right? Of course. But more than likely, I'm a big ass monkey. My spirit animals go bouncing around this room. I'm pretty sure that's it. Orangutan, whatever, big ass monkey with red hair. Hi, Dragon Nuts. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming by yesterday. Lisa, that's cool. Always keep options open and see as long as health will be okay. That's all we want. Yeah. How are you, Dragon? Lisa can't have a red fox on a space hopper. Oh, can't I have a red fox on a space hopper? That would be cool. I don't know what the space hopper is, but I could see a red fox for you for sure. Dragon sent sparkles. Thank you, Dragon. I'm sorry. Thank you, Rosie, for letting me know. It doesn't show up on my TV. Dragon, thank you, my friend. He definitely looks comfortable. It's a 1980s thing. I was there. How come I don't remember? I think you were much more punk than I ever was. I mean, Cyndi Lauper was as punk as I got. Oh, I had a belt. I had one of those, oh gosh, studded belts, when studded stuff was kind of popular. It was probably always popular with you, Lee. But in the 80s, when studded belts were cool, I got one for school and my dad stole it from me and would not let me wear it. And he called it a fire starter and he threatened to beat us with it. He didn't. He didn't beat us with it, but it was a joke. He stole my studded belt, called it fire starter. Brendan is laughing at my description of Cyndi Lauper as being punk. Her look was kind of punk, right? I shaved my head. I shaved the right side of my head to be like her, not quite as high up, but kind of like that picture you sent me, Lee, of your shaved head. Lee said, yes, I had a lot of those in the 90s while listening to Nirvana and Smashing Pumpkins. Fire starters. Brendan says, I've been into punk since 82. Lee says, not punk, but was good music. Of the Nirvana and Smashing Pumpkins. I think back then, Cyndi Lauper was the only redhead, like redheaded role model out there at the time. Lee says, I was more grunge rock and metal. I see. I see how I could get the looks messed up or mixed up because, I was pretty innocent. I don't know anything. Didn't know anything. You're debating back to shaved head again, but keep Viking beard. You know what's going to happen. You got to be careful, Lee. As we get older, we start cutting too much off. It may not grow back red. But yes, keep the beard no matter what. You were hoping it not grow back no matter what. It saves money and haircuts. And no way, man. You got to keep your hair, all of it. That's a small price to pay. Hi, oh Jack. Tell him, no way. Buddy, are you going to get up and eat for me today? I need you to go eat. What do you think? Dang, the typos today. No good. I didn't even notice, to be honest. What? What are you doing? Mhm, mhm, nothing else. Nothing, Bubba. Your nose is all dry. Are you not feeling good? Mhm, nothing else. Oh, Bubba. This is Captain Jack. We do call him Captain Jack. Oh, Jack, no, we want you to go eat. He said I'd eat if I was here. If was here. Rose is gonna head to sleep so this headache goes away. See you next time. Much love. Love you, Rosie. I hope you feel better, sweetie. Lee says, take care, Rosie. Hope you feel better soon. And Brendan said, have a good one, Rosie. He says, it makes me laugh when I see dogs running in their sleep. I wonder what they're running after. Are they running after something or running away? Aw, Bubba. Hi, Jean. Good morning. Jack, say hello. Say good morning. Like, yeah, whatever. Lee from Magnetic North says, hello, Jean. Lee says, Jack said he doesn't need other things. He's the center of attention. Well, you're right, but he loves his owl. Huh. You love your baby. Hmm. So what is that thing? Oh, his owl. It's an owl. It's a Target owl. Isn't he so cute? He's so cute. Fine. Target got me. I don't usually go to work at Target, but sometimes they send me there. And the other day there was nothing to do, so I checked out the dog aisle. Got suckered in. It does have some good products. I just can't afford to shop there. Mhm. Are you cold? Can we turn the fan on? He says, I had to take a stray cat to the vet the other day. I couldn't just leave it there. It looked like it got into a fight. That was nice of you. He says, no, but general rule, window stop ideas and spend loads in head. Right. You walk out feeling fresh and still happy, money in pocket. I used to love their stuff. And now I go in and it's, even if I had the money to spend, there's nothing I really have to have. An occasional dog toy. Hi, corrupted. You just missed Rosie. Serious. Corrupted. Do you have any pet? Hey, did you call me cat food? Did you call me cat food? So, do you have cats, corrupted? No cats, just two dogs. It's interesting how cat food came out of your auto text. I'm guessing it was auto. He says, I have a friend who is in his 30s who is autistic. His mom said he could get a pet, but nothing mad. So he went and got piranhas. She was not happy. Wow. Yeah, I could see why not. I think he should have went and got little cute jumping spiders. He said, "Love the hummingbird." I saw you. I didn't get to talk to you. I had I don't know. I was all over the place yesterday, but I saw you had came in. Thank you for that. I just says, yeah, my keyboard is broken, so I have to swipe, and sometimes it'll switch words. Funny. Dave says, no spiders allowed. Yes, spiders allowed. So it's time to buy a new phone, huh, Crafted? I wish work would update our phones. It's been a few years. I think it's time. Jack, are you cold, honey? Please, that I was mostly just watching as nature doesn't need sound. It's beautiful. Thank you. Did it not have its own normal sound though? Nature sounds? Or was it muted? I don't even know. There you go. Be cold no longer, Jack. You hate spiders, corrupted? Have you not seen that beautiful girl who raises baby jumping, or she just raises jumping spiders in general? Have you not seen her on YouTube? They're so cute. It did have, yes. It was lovely hearing the sound hummingbirds make. Oh, somebody said something about the lightsabers. It does sound like lightsabers, right? When they get going. They're crazy out there. For so many years, I only had the one hummingbird. And this year I have at least one male. I have a baby and a female, but there's like five this year. But that's just what I've sorted out. Dave says, fun fact, a daddy longlegs is the most poisonous, but it can't bite you. It has no way of injecting venom as if the fangs are too small. I've heard that. You haven't corrupted? Oh, she's so cute. And the spiders are so cute, and you would feel silly being afraid of spiders after watching her. I know, Lee. I'm so excited. It took forever too. Like, how long have I been here? I moved here in 2018, I think. Did I move here? When the hell did I move here? So I've been here 8, 9 years. Wow, time flies. Sarah says, welcome to WeChat Bugs Club. Lee says, how's the family cat? Good. As good as they can be. Nobody's here. It's just me and Jack right now. Everybody's in Florida. Dave says, I don't get how birds are related to dinosaurs. Have you seen my chickens? Have you been around chickens? Practice says, I hate all kinds of spiders, snakes, lizards, mice, all them type of bugs. Wow. We have bug club. I don't know. I don't know about that name, Sarah. Dave says they're descendants, apparently. That's what I heard. And if you just watch a big old dumb chicken walking around pecking things in the yard, you might believe it. Sarah says, me good. What about crocodiles, Crofton? Hair bugs. I don't know what those are. Brendan said, Daddy Longlegs, Aunt Bird, most. All right, try again, Brendan. Daddy Longlegs, Aunt Bird, most venomous spiders. Lee says chickens can be the mini dinosaur that's in Jurassic Park. Hmm. I don't think I've ever saw Jurassic Park. I love Robin Williams. He's in it, right? Oh no, that's Jumanji. Never mind. Okay, so I don't know if I've ever seen Jumanji or Jurassic Park. Okay, so I've been told that story that they are the most venomous, but they can't bite. But I've also been told that's a fallacy, so I don't know what the truth is. You need to at least watch them. I have a hard time sitting down to watch anything, which is why I only half-ass watch movies. Project says that is a myth, that their fangs are too small. Should we ask, do you want to ask like Chat GPT or something? Or we can just argue over it and give y'all something to do. Yes, but the Jumanji was so good. I faintly remember. I just think it's another one of those movies I never sat down. It was always playing in the background. Practice is I'm just kidding. And I think anything Robin Williams is in was amazing. He was magical. He says my favorite lizards are the ones who change color. Have you been to Florida? Oh, you're in UK. In Florida. Just the regular old little lizards that run around everywhere. They change colors, and they're not true chameleons. I agree, Lee. He was the best. No one quite like him. Bearded dragon lizards. I like all the lizards. I think they're all very cool. And snakes. I didn't I had a couple black rat snakes that I couldn't take care of and ended up passing on to somebody else, which is exactly how I got them. Chameleons, Dave said. I wonder, there are like the true larger size chameleons, but the tiny ones in Florida, they do the same thing. Oh, is that a kimono dragon that makes you sick if it licks you? I thought gecko. I know what you're talking about. I don't know if that's how you spell it. All right, so I don't know. Let me find out. First off, what's the story with daddy long legs? Are they poisonous? Are they not poisonous? Could they bite us? Could they not bite us? All right, let's see. Oh, yes, the daddy long legs story is one of those myths that got repeated so much everybody knows it. The famous claim is daddy longlegs are the most poisonous slash venomous spiders in the world, but their fangs are too small to bite humans. That is false. If by daddy longlegs you mean the long-legged little creatures you see wandering around outside, harvestmen is what they're called, then they aren't actually spiders. Okay, excuse me. They have no venom at all, no venom glands, no venomous fangs. They do have tiny mouth parts, but they're not equipped to deliver a venomous spider bite to you, and they're essentially harmless to people. You can let one crawl across your hand without worrying about being poisoned or Envenenated. I didn't know that was a word. It says where it gets confusing is people also call cellar spiders daddy long legs. Those are true spiders and do have venom, but their venom is not considered medically significant to humans, and their fangs can't penetrate human skin. Part of the legend isn't true either. So anyway, ChatGPT has been cussing at me lately. What's wrong with it? So it says, nope, they were innocent the whole dang time. What was the other thing we were going to look up? Well, I think that's very, very common. Corrupted. Obviously, I've heard that before too, that they were the most venomous. Okay, lizards. What about the lizard? I think there's so many different lizard species out there. Okay. What are the little common lizards that crawl around in Florida? These are the basic little ones that just are everywhere in Florida. And they're tiny. They're maybe the size of your index finger. And if you grab them by their tail, the tail breaks off, but it grows back. And you can hold them in your hand and turn them upside down and rub their belly, and they will go into a trance. There's a green one. They're pretty cool. See them suckers walking around, and you're like, oh, dinosaurs right there. Lee says we have small lizards in the UK, greenish brown, often in rocky areas. Well, these are called, I've never heard them, Anolis grill. I don't know. But I know further down in Florida, like where Daisy May and Kelly are at, they have the bigger lizards, like the more exotic looking lizards further south. It's, it's special. Sarah says the snake channel makes me love snakes. I didn't know there was a snake channel. Look up those big lizards. Okay. Oh, you want the kimono dragon? Is it a kimono dragon that got poisonous bit? I think it's a word. Yes. Ew, they're so gross. You're thinking of the kimono dragon. But the old poisonous spit story isn't quite right. Here we go again. Okay, there you go. Ew, that's slobber like Jack's. Okay, what is the story on this one? Okay, for years, people thought the kimono dragon's bite was deadly because its mouth was loaded with nasty bacteria and the victim would eventually die from infection. We now know the kimono dragons are actually venomous. They have venom glands in their lower jaw, and when they bite, the combination of venom, extremely sharp, serrated teeth, and severe tissue damage can cause major bleeding and contribute to shock. So, poisonous spit? No. Venomous bite? Yes. Absolutely not a lizard you want to be probing like you and your butterfly. My butterfly. You stop talking about my butterfly. Anyway, yeah. Funny how we think we know stuff. The iguanas, AI is lying. Well, it's saying that the idea is right. It's just it's not the bacteria, it's actual venom, which is much more impressive. What about iguanas? Um, what lizards are also running free in South Florida? Speaking of Jurassic Park, it says, oh, South Florida is basically Jurassic Park light at this point. Let me see. What do you know? There are crazy little lizards that can actually run across the water. Okay, they have monitor lizards. Do we have iguanas in Florida? Yes, loads of iguanas, but they're not native to Florida. They're invasive that became established after being introduced through the pet trade, and they can get big. They can get as big as roughly 5 to 6 feet long, including that enormous tail. Wow. I didn't know they got that big. So what about what it was the other one? Monitor lizards. Roger says, isn't iguana in forest? I don't know. Monitor lizards really are living wild in Florida, and they're considered more intimidating than the little ones. Why? Mm, yeah, I don't know about the whole monitor lizard thing. And they're basically pets that got released long ago. Yeah. There's a documentary called Monsters of God. It deals with smuggling animals. Oh no, but this is the monitor lizard compared to people. And they're just walking around in South Florida too. Whatever. Longest living animal in general? Hi, Maddie. Good morning. He says, "Ak- I my beautiful wee pal, fo ya Dane is morning. Hope you're Dane, bro." Good morning, Lee. I mean, Maddie. Good morning. Brendan says Australia has more than 900 different species of lizards, making it one of the most diverse places on Earth. Wow. Lee says, yes, there seem to be a lot there. Hi, Village. Thank you for the like, Village. Lee from Magnetic North says, hi, Maddie. Corrupted says, what the heck? I know. Lee says, hi, Village Food. And Corrupted says, I would not want to live in South Florida. I bet you don't even think about it. Maddie says, Lee, hi, buddy. Ooh, my stomach. Well, let's see. That's a lot of lizards there, Brendan. Longest living. Lee says, I need to come to Scotland soon for gold prospecting. That's really cool. Corrupted. There are so many longest living animals. The longest are like ocean dwelling animals, sharks, clams, tortoises, and something called an immortal jellyfish that live hundreds of years. I guess the ocean's the place to be. Dave says the best lizard is Godzilla. Precious says, Cat, you drink beer, wine, or vodka? Not vodka. I mean, I joke around, but I don't drink anything but tequila as far as liquor goes. And wine, yes, white wine. Everything's occasionally. I'm not a big drinker because it makes me tired. I'm already tired. And oh, Red's apple. I like me a Red's apple for a beer. Maddie says, have you more motivation this morning? Yes, but it's early. As soon as it's daylight out and I can actually go do something, Maddie, I won't want to do it. Lee says, first see Johnny and family, then next year Scotland. It could be my last long distance trip via a flight. The longest living animal breed since AD or BC. It didn't differentiate. There's a clam nicknamed Ming that was determined to be 507 years old. It was born around 1499, so 80. There's a Greenland shark, the longest lived known vertebrae, 400 years old. Giant tortoises can be, they had one 194 years old this year. Doesn't say. Says the immortal jellyfish is the truly bizarre one. Under certain conditions, it can revert from its adult form back to an earlier developmental stage and begin its life cycle again. That gives it a kind of biological immortality, although it can still be eaten, become diseased, or die. Wow. Wow. I did not know. Sarah says the channel is called the Visual Reptilian. Okay. Pratchett says, damn, that's crazy how old this earth is and who was here before us, and the stuff we don't even know. Magnetic says, have a wonderful day, Cat and Chat. I'm off now. See you again soon. Bye, Lee. Thanks for hanging out this morning. I love you. There's something you said. We're going back. Nice. Take care, Lee. And hi, Sarah. And Lee said, you too, Maddie. Virtual, Sarah says. I know you didn't mean religion. Dave says, would you agree that Michael Jackson is the greatest musician ever to grace the earth? I don't know about ever. Maddie says, I feel 194 foot count. And Lee says, it was nice to be here, thanks. Brendan says, have a good one, all. Bye, Brendan. Bye-bye, Brendan. Reptarium. Got it, Sarah. Yeah. Sarah says, bye. And Crockett says, who's Michael Jackson? Dave says, well, since Thriller, no one has come close. They get that song stuck in my head. Michael, good morning. Michael said, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great morning. Snowflake's sleeping and the kittens as well. My brother-in-law, who works at a vet, got Snowflake a big bag of dry food. No more small bag. I thought, why did I think she was eating wet food? I don't know. What do I know? Nothing. You said she doesn't like the food with gravy. Dave says, why is Midnight's name in green? Well, Michael, the name is in green because, hmm, did you receive a membership as a gift, Michael? Maddie says, have you seen Jordy's videos yet? If not, Chloe has some shorts on her channel. Thank you. No, I haven't. I will go check them out on her channel. Yes. So it means he was gifted a membership. It's a he. Michael is the man behind Midnight Junior and Snowflake, the cat. Precious says, oh, he. Michael says, Snowflake, what food will be here today at his job? Okay. Does he get a discount? It's okay, Corrupted. How would you know, right? He says, I thought his name was turning into Hulk, the green dude. Oh, funny. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Bruce Banner. Aw, Maddie, thank you. Maddie became a member of the Baby Jags. Thank you, Maddie. Captain says Hulk smash. Is that big fist? Maddie has to return to work. Break is over. Much love, always, Cat. Thank you, Maddie. We love you. Have a good day. Michael said he took care of everything for me with Snowflake's office visits, shots for insulin and food. I watched his kid. Oh, okay. So his kids, are they your nephews and nieces? Sarah says, hi, Michael. Hi, Maddie. Bye, Maddie. Nieces and nephews, Michael says. Okay. Well, I definitely think that's a fair trade. Three kids. Wow. So does he get all of everything done for you for free with the cat? I had a beautiful, beautiful long haired white cat that was a stray that we found at the Little League field. One blue eye, one green eye, and his name was Abraham. I love that cat so much. Get discounts. Mm. I know when I worked at the vet's office, Michael, I got for my own pets, everything was free. I mean, I had to pay for the medication, but the visit, um, and I think the shots too were actually free. So I didn't know if he was bringing her in as one of his own. Michael says Moonlight and Doge intake at Banfield Animal Hospital. We'll have to check and see if our friend Magnetic North has a playlist that we can play to help him. I know he wants to get over to see his friend Johnny in January. Really, you used to work at a vet's too, huh, Michael? In 1996 before they got shut down? What did you do? I was a lead vet tech, which was crazy because I had no training. That vet particularly wanted to train his people his way. Practice with cat, so you make your own music. Yes, on Suno. And you can too. You can too. Bridget, is this the week you worked? Or was that next week? Michael says Midnight Junior used to go to Just Cats Hospital. I was a vet's helper. That's how I got my first cat. They were going to put him down if no one took him. I said I would adopt him. He was an orange tabby. Oliver was his name. He is in your community. I'll have to look. I am all about the orange cats. What's the question, Sarah? Did I miss something? What was the question, ma'am? Roger says it was supposed to be this week, but it got pushed off till next week. Is it like a job site? I'm trying to figure out why it would get pushed off. Anime. I just made number two. Oops. Why are you oops? Did you do it in your pants? Oh, you should have made it to the bathroom, honey. Now you got business with picture. You sound like Daniel Kitt. Where is Daniel Kitts? Think that's something, huh? That's nothing. I can tell you right now that's nothing. Michael said my mom yelled at my middle sister for putting the dog on the bed with my mom while she had moonlight. Luckily, I got her in time before anything happened to her. My mom yelled. Oh, oh no. crap, this is nasty. What is nasty? Oh, number two in your pants? That is nasty. I said you got a big old mess to clean up now. Crafted its cats. Michael has cats nowadays. Dave says, yeet. What? Michael says, Moonlight and Nosh are watching your live off my tablet while laying on my bed. Oh gosh, we should be doing something for the kitty cats anyway. Wait a minute. What do I have? I have nothing to play with the cat with. It's a WWE thing. Okay. I thought it was a rapper thing. I thought it had something to do with Kanye or something. Oh, that's right. He was talking about his dogs. I'm so sorry. Never mind me. Michael said, Moonlight and Nosh aren't we? And what he said, one dog, a pit bull. The other, I need to find out what breed they are. Kia the pit is 17 and sweet. So whose dogs are they, Michael? Are they yours or are they somebody else in your family? Dave says, I can't stand Kanye. And Michael said, there are pictures of my community if you'd like to see. The dogs, yes. I forget that you have the dogs in the household. So you're saying the yeet is definitely not a Kanye thing. I would like you to get up and eat. What do you think? You think you could eat for your mom? Get you started. I would like you to get up and eat, sir. Fresh chicken. Put it out there for you this morning. Okay. As long as you know. Snowflake got a new blanket. Oh. Oh, Jackie, come on, boy. Corrupted on Michael's, on Midnight Junior and Snowflake's channel on their community. I do not have Discord. Why would I join something called Discord? I don't want that in my life. Michael says, a guy who works for Pepsi, his wife is making me a Pepsi blanket and pillowcases. Really? That's very cool. You know, I think that's what I'm going to work on today. I'm going to work on my Pepsi transition videos. laundry basket full of Pepsi uniforms. Regular Pepsi, my favorite, and vanilla Pepsi. What about vanilla cherry? We sell a lot of the vanilla cherry zero. So many Pepsi things. Carter says that's the only flavors Pepsi had. It's Pepsi and Pepsi cherry. Yes. Well, I never knew Pepsi vanilla. I'm gonna have to try that, yeah. It's dirty. They're just dusty. All right, and get Dr. Pepper in there because I think Dr. Pepper's taking their account back. I've heard some rumors. Which, let me tell you, if I don't have to stock Dr. Pepper, our job's got a whole bunch easier. But no more cool Dr. Pepper t-shirts. That sucks. Nice folding, thanks. I'm wondering how many transitions are too many in a transition video. Like, could it be too long? And then we have our old mechanic uniforms. Like every mechanic in the world wears this shirt and the pants. I actually have the pants that go with it too. Nope, nope. I'll have to find it. Okay. Do you like the mechanic shirt? the most unflattering uniform, but probably the most sturdy. All right, it's 5 o'clock. Guess what? I gotta go. It's my turn. I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. Hey, Corrupted, thank you for hanging out so much. Rosie's gonna be so mad at herself. I love you, and it was great talking to you and hanging out with you. Yes, you have a good day too. Bye, guys.